back again. It's another video. It's a 2008 Chevy Malibu. We're finna change the catalytic converter back here. See that? We're about to take that off. I was inspecting it the other day, and it's a crack right here. You can see it. See that? It's a crack going all the way down. See that? GM, that's the original. So I'm about to replace it. So this is a video on how to remove your catalytic converter. That's the exhaust catalytic converter. All right. Okay. First, you gotta take that out. All right. We're about to take this off. Take that out. Then when you come over here, there'll be a flathead or 8mm. Loosen that up. See right here? There's a clamp on this hose. Clamp it off with a pliers. Pull it off and pull this hose off. Now the trick is, I'm going back. See this? You got to look under here. There is a bolt that's underneath that I'm going to show it to you. See that? You got to loosen that up before this could come up. So go ahead and loosen that up. And then pull this off of here. Pull this off of here. And then this piece is ready to go. Now it should look like that. I put this over this, my throttle body. I don't want nothing to fall into it. And I also put your old cap back in. Alright. Now, you gotta have your car jacked up. Mine is sitting on some of those roll-up stands. But you need to get your car jacked up and put on some jack stands. This the top. But we're gonna go down to the bottom, and we're gonna take everything off from the bottom first, and then we're gonna come back to the top. Alright? Okay. Right here is all the tools that I use. I use pliers, I use a ratchet, extension, 15mm, deep socket, screwdriver. Just take your O2 sensor off, the top one in the back, 13mm, a deep socket, 13, a good one. You don't want no, you need to get good sockets. The other sockets will be stripping off your bolt heads. Get some good sockets, man. All right, so these are all the tools that I use to get this exhaust out of the vehicle. All right, let's get up on the bottom. Now we're at the bottom of the car. Okay, here go the bottom. That's your O2 sensor. You don't have to take that out. Just, we're going to disconnect from the top. You don't have to take that out. There are 3 10mm. See them, or there might be 13mm bolts. One right here. It's one right down here. And one up here. I'm going to try to put the camera so you can see it. So it's that one. I think you can see that one. See that one down there? That one. And there's one up top. Right up top, right up there. Somewhere. See that? Right up there. So it's 3 of them. You got to take those 3 out. What you can do is go ahead and loosen them and take them off. All 3. That will free up this exhaust at the bottom that runs to the back to the catalytic converter. So at the bottom, you don't have too much to do at the bottom. So go ahead and take those 3 bolts out, and we're going back to the top. If yours look kind of beat up, just go ahead and spray some penetration so you can get it off a little easier. Let it sit for about 10 minutes, then you go back down and try to get them off. But it's 3 bolts. All right, nuts. I mean, that's right there at the bottom. That's the only thing down here at the bottom that you're gonna take off. Okay. Also, I'm going forward onto the car just to show you something. Right here. You see that bolt? Right here? You're going to have to take it out because that bolt is screwed into the bottom of the exhaust on a bracket. But I take that off from the top. I will show you from the top. Also, it's another bolt at the bottom that you have to take off. I'm back behind here again by the 3 screws. If you look straight up, right there, it used to be a bracket. See this bracket? This bracket was bolted on right here. But I already took the bolt out. I'm going to show you how I took that out. We took all of those out from the top. So the only thing we did from the bottom was remove those 3 bolts from the exhaust at the bottom, and that's it. All right, let's go back up top. Now we're back to the top. You might get something to stand on. I got me a stool. Now we're back at the top. Okay, that's the exhaust we're about to take out. All right, so this O2 sensor, we got to take that out. So right here on this, we got to take that out. You see this? Pull this to you and pull it out right there. And then it's a clip. Then it's a clip. Right here. Push that up. And you can pull that out. See this clip? Push that up and pull it out. Be back. You should have that disconnected. All right. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to get our tool to take that exhaust. That sensor out of there, O2 sensor. The one I'm using is this one. I just want to break it. I don't want to. So you just put it on here. It's a cut in it. You put it over here, and it goes down, and you sit it on there. And you put a ratchet in here, and you spin it this way. See that? And loosen it. When you get it loose, you can take that back off. Right here. And then spin it by hand. And take it out. All right? Do that. Now we're about to take, it's a bolt. I'm going to look at it from the other side. See that? It's a bolt in there. That's why I show you from the bottom. The head is on this side. It's on that side. Okay? So we're about to take that out. What I used was this ratchet. This is my ratchet. And then half extension with a 50 millimeter to get that out. And I'm going to show you how I did it. All right. That's my ratchet down there on it. And as you can see, how I got it on there. See that? And all you got to do is, what I usually keep my hand right here and keep pushing on that bolt while I turn it like this, so that socket won't keep coming off of that nut. You understand what I'm saying? So you could go ahead and take that bolt out. And when we finish taking that bolt out, we would look down here and see that other bolt right here. This bracket is right here with a bolt. And that bolt is this bolt. All right? and that's the same size as this. But what I want to tell you, do not use a deep socket on that. Use a regular socket like this, a shorter socket, because you don't want to use a deep socket and mess up the head. All right, so go ahead and take that bolt out right here, and then go ahead and take this one out that's bolted up to the catalytic converter to keep it stable. It's the same size. I think it's a 16. All right, use a short down there, and over here use a deep socket. Take those two out. Now don't get your bolts mixed up. This bolt, the longer bolt, see that? It's a shorter bolt. The longer bolt came from over here. That one. The shorter bolt goes back down here to that bracket. So remember that. Okay? I never told you this, but it was a shield covering this. And I was down here fixing something. There's another video, a leak. When I found out the crack, I never knew it had a crack. I was smelling the exhaust, but never know where it was coming from. So if I never had that leak with the antifreeze, I would have never known it was a crack back here. But let me show you what was on top of it. You also have to take that off. This cover was on there. It was held on by three bolts. I'm gonna show you how it goes. It was just like this, just like that. See that? There was a bolt here, and there was another bolt back here that bolts up right here, and there's another bolt right here that bolts up right here. You gotta take them out to get the sheet off first. And these are the three bolts. They're the same size. So I'm just showing you that it had a cover so you could take that cover off. Otherwise you can't see those other bolts on the exhaust. All right. Now we're about to take off the bolts in the exhaust head. This is what I use. A deep 13 with an adapter for a smaller ratchet. Okay. I'm gonna show you the heads a different way. This is the gasket for the heads on the motor. It sits like this up against the head with the slide. All right, I'm showing it to you this way for a reason. It's 10 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, it's supposed to be 10 nuts, but sometimes when you take them out, the whole nut come out with the screw. See that? So you're gonna have to screw that back in like that. All right, so you might get them off like this, or they might come all the way out with the nut and the screw together. All right, but I'm telling you to show you this, where they are located at. But if you go back there, you can also see them. We're on the way back there now. Here we go. We're back at the back. Okay. As you can see, if you look up in here, let me move this light a little bit. Okay, see? There go the bolts. See that? 1, 2, come across. There go another one. It's 5 up top and 5 at the bottom. See that? 5 up top, 5 at the bottom. You can access them easily with that 13. This one here, you don't need an adapter, but some of them, you might need to put an adapter on them. Like this little one at the bottom, you might got to put an extension. Like that one, you might got to put an extension. But go ahead and take all those 10 bolts and nuts off. And then this exhaust is about to come out this vehicle. All right. I'm back at the bottom. Okay, when you take those bolts out, remember them 13? You have to pull this pipe out of those holes. Otherwise, it's not going to come out up top. So I just came back down here to let you know when you take them 3 bolts out, pull this pipe. It's flexible enough to where you can pull it off those bolts. All right, back up top to pull this out the car. A little FYI, you see that long crowbar? I took it, and from up top, I put it on that and I push it down and move this out the way. Now, if you want to take that off, you can to make it easier from the bottom. That goes to the catalytic converter, I'll show you. But I didn't take it off. So that's how I separated from the top, from the exhaust. So now I'm about to pull it out. Yeah, so now we're about to pull this up. This is the exhaust right here. Exhaust catalytic converter. This is it. See that? This is it. The catalytic converter is out. This is the exhaust catalytic converter, not the catalytic converter by itself. See? It's all out. I have another video of the installation process. This is just the removal. See that? And here's the old one. Yeah. See that? That's the old one. So that's the way how you replace, or I must say remove, your exhaust catalytic converter out of a 2008 Chevy Malibu 2.4 liter LT. We'll bring you the next video of the installation, just as a removal. So guess what? Before you get on out of here, hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend, like, comment, and share. To the next one. Kiba Dandada is out of here. Big up to the Virgin Islands, St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. John, but more to my island, St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Island. Big up, Kiba Dan says so. Yeah, to the next one. Oh yeah, FYI. Now, if you don't want to go buy a brand new catalytic converter to exhaust, mine is still good. Look on the inside. I could just take it and get it welded where it's cracked, and you'll be fine. But I didn't want to do that. I just went ahead and replace it. So for those that, don't want to spend the money, take it to the neighborhood muffler shop and let them weld it. All right? I'm gone. I'm out.